Guys, welcome to another episode of Daily Blue Weekly. Gabe, I did say last week that I'm strictly a binge drinker. I'm not one of those people who drinks through the week. I keep all my drinking to, maximum capacity on the weekends. Well, I just locked my keys in the work truck, so I stopped by and grabbed a long neck on the way to the podcast. So he's having a cunt of an arvo, mate. How are you?
Mate, I'm going well, and I have to call you out off the bat. You're not strictly a binge drinker. You're strictly a drinker and chalky fiend.
Yeah.
Binge eater.
There's a lot going into my body at the moment. Stress does crazy things to you. What's happening, mate? How you going?
Well, things have been going good. I had actually quite a good weekend since we last spoke.
What'd you do?
Me and a few of the boys finally got a good crew together. It'd been a while since a few of the boys linked up and went to the pub for a couple of skewies.
Nice.
I went to the LPH.
Linton Park Hotel?
Yeah.
Nice, great venue.
It is a good venue. I mean, look, beers aren't getting any fucking cheaper, but that's not really breaking news at the moment, is it?
Yeah, what's a schooner set you back in there?
Oh,
You wouldn't get much change back from a tenner.
No, it would have been like $8 or something. But I have a great yarn. So I got there at happy hour, $6 for happy hour.
That's good.
On the, normal kind of beers.
Yep. House beers, as they're referred to.
House beers. I'll give you the good news first. Mate bought a couple of tickets for the schooner draw.
Nice.
And the way they did the schooner draw, so obviously you get your number called out, but they called out 3 people. And then they had to have a go at darts.
Yep.
And whoever scored the highest number got to then throw another dart at the board, and whatever number you hit, that's the amount of schooners you got. So they're living it up to chance a lot.
Jeez, that's in the hands of the gods there.
It is. Shout out to my mate Becco. Hits 18 back to back.
Oh wow, 36.
So the 18 got him into the chance to then throw for the actual win.
Okay, so and then he was throwing for
how many schooners? Gets 18. All the boys get 3 schooners each. 3 free schooners each.
Nice.
So it was a very good outing.
That's great.
But before all of that, we're just there. We're buying our beers at this point, having our at the table. It's happy days. This older fella walks in, 40s-ish, and he's spruced up. He's got his like Sherpa kind of, the Sherpa neck jackets,
like
denim, and it has like the sheep wool around.
Yeah, they were all the rage about 2 winters ago.
Yeah,
every cunt had one.
Slightly baggy jeans, shoes that like kind of skatey, kind of casual. You see dads rocking around.
Sounds like a real pants man.
Well, mate,
yeah.
He sees boys that he would like to think he sees himself in.
He would have locked on to you blokes.
He locked on like no tomorrow.
For sure.
Oh, what are you boys doing tonight?
Huge respect. How long did it take him to start mentioning bags?
Oh, well, actually not fucking long at all. Now you bring it up.
I know exactly the guy.
They always start hinting that you're on it and shit.
It's me.
Yeah.
The only reason I know is because you're describing me.
Well, mate, it gets downhill from here. He's having a laugh with us. We ask him what he's doing there, and he's like, "Oh, I've got a Tinder date coming."
Respect.
And we're like, "Oh yeah, this will be kind of funny." We're sitting right near him. We get to experience it.
Put his best pair of globes on for the Tinder dates. That's a nice throw. Remember, like you throw back the old skate shoe brands.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was in that's another yarn.
This could go. This could go anywhere.
The DCs, the globes, the
a nice pair of Osiris.
That was it.
Etnies.
Oh mate, I love that shit. I used to have stickers of them all.
Oh fuck yeah.
The date gets there, and he's yarning to her, and he prefaced it like if it's a catfish, like he doesn't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
We hear him talking to her, and she's not a huge girl, but she's not the smallest thing I've ever seen.
She's not Lizzo, but she wasn't Taylor Swift either. Kind of
100%.
thing.
That's a really great analysis, mate.
She wasn't black or white. She was mixed race, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well,
nothing to do with her weight.
It honestly could have been. She pulls up next to him, and all of a sudden he starts trying to show off a bit too much. Like it's
big dog in it.
Yeah, he's being a hero, like showing off to his new fucking found mates.
So like kind of to her and you guys at the same time?
We're not looking, like we're playing it cool, but we do think it's pretty funny that she's there. But then like he kind of starts just being a fucking douche, which was like he thought he was being mad, but like we all turned on him straight away. Like we all thought it was a bit of a flog thing to do.
This guy sounds exactly like me.
He goes, oh, you hungry? And she goes, oh, not really. He goes, oh, you look it. And we're just like, oh,
Was he drunk?
Oh, he would have probably had 2 schooners.
He would have
bro.
had a few looseners at home too before a Tinder date to settle the nerves.
True. He also mentioned that he has a sure thing waiting if the date doesn't go good. So this is the type of fucking fellow we're dealing with. I think that sure thing might have been his fucking hand in hindsight.
This guy sounds like a legend.
Wait, mate, wait. Yeah, he says that thing. He says that, and I kind of tune out for a bit. I assume he walks off to go get her dinner or go get him a drink or something. Now we go out and we're watching my mate throw the darts. Bro, he has gone out the back door.
I gapped it.
Walked past off and he's like, see ya boys, real cheeky. And takes off and we can see the chick at the fucking table from the dart, and we look in there and she's just like on her phone, and we're just like, oh no,
That's dog shit.
we're like, and then some of the boys like, do we tell? I'm like, I don't think we can tell her. Like, she'll get the picture. Like,
Oh, that's bad.
yeah, so what do you make of that? Fair or fucked as?
Well, I would say it was fucked if I hadn't done the same thing myself, but not the exact same. But like, it was in Ireland, and I matched a Kiwi bird on Tinder. She turned up with a mate.
Oh,
And they were both really rude and uninterested. So I had like 1 pint, and I was like, everyone's wasting their time here. So I was like, I'm going out for a cigarette, and I just didn't come back.
Okay.
I was like, so probably not quite the same, but
No.
yeah, I don't know. That guy sounds like a fucking legend.
it is hilarious that you've ditched a date. I think I don't know if I could do it unless, like you said, your circumstance. They were being fucking rude.
She was pretty rude. She turned up with a friend, and they were both,
Which is already rude.
they were just talking to each other.
Yeah.
And like, I was trying, you know, mate, I'm a few schooners under me, but I'm pretty talky.
100%.
And she was just nothing. And I was like, I could go elsewhere. Like, this is fine. I'll just
And you
go
probably
somewhere.
didn't expect the friend either, did you?
No.
Yeah,
No, I was like, we'll go for a drink. She's like, yeah. And then she turned up with a mate, and I was like,
Yeah.
so then I've never forgiven the New Zealanders for that either. She was a Kiwi, so they can all get fucked.
Yeah, mate. That was
That's pretty funny.
the most interesting.
I mean, it
thing.
sucks for that lady, but it's pretty funny for
Yeah.
us.
Oh, we did see her like grab her stuff and leave. And we were just like, oh, you fucking poor cunt. But it was just a bit like, he just thought it was so sick showing off to these like younger than him. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I
he
was-
obviously thought he was crushing it.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's funny.
He lost our respect after that. But
No.
mate, that was probably the most interesting thing that happened to me since we've last talked. What about you, brother?
I had a good weekend. So we had Old Boys Day for the Mighty Dudley Magpies on Saturday.
Yep.
Which is like a big deal up there. I mean, every club's Old Boys Day is a big deal, but Dudley do it pretty well. So like, and we were playing the team we were playing. Winner finished third, so you get two. Like that was the last regular round. So the winner, of us and Souths, was going to finish third. So you get two cracks in the semis. It was also Ladies' Day as well, so the bride was up there. So like big day at footy, like big crowd, nice weather, and then they also, so the old boys come in and like present you your jerseys, and everyone's like, let's fucking go.
Yeah, that's sick.
It was good. And then they also brought in, so there's a man by the name of Brendan Walsh, and his daughter's name is Emma. And this family, this is going to be serious. This is not that funny, but I am going to tell you, it's not. There's no punchline coming. If you're listening and you think there's a punchline, this is important.
I hope it's feel good.
So no, well, it is and it isn't. So Emma Walsh is 8 years old, and she's got a really like rare and aggressive form of like blood cancer. It's almost like leukemia. So they came and like presented us our jerseys after the old boys. So we were just like, holy fuck, like let's fucking go. Like,
just keen to turn up. Yeah, that's cool.
It was one of those real like it just puts everything. Like, because I worked on Saturday morning before footy, and I was like a bit tired and feeling a bit sorry for myself. And then this family came in and like spoke to us, and like you just go like, damn, I'm a fucking pussy. Like this 8-year-old girl's got like fucking leukemia or like a rare blood cancer.
The least I can do for us win this game of footy.
And fucking oath we won too. We won well. So that was a pretty wild. It was a pretty crazy Saturday. It was good. And then like, so went boozing after it. Had the old boys thing back at the club, and the missus came out, so that was fun. Me and the bride got pretty paro Saturday night, and then didn't get off the lounge Sunday. It was so good. Like 1 o'clock in the arvo, rolled around like little cat nap. Woke up at like 3 o'clock. I was like, oh, where am I?
Waking up at 3's like pretty like it's
Yeah.
you had a good sleep, but it's one of the fuck arounds. 'Cause you're like, I got to go to actual sleep soon.
Yeah, it's fortunately for me, my superpower. Obviously,
I remember now.
it's no problem. I get up, I have a bit more food, and I go straight back to sleep. So, but yeah, mate. And then just like I said, got here, locked my keys in the truck this summer.
Yep.
The last thing I did today after a big day at work, I was like, oh, all right, we got through that all right, very good. And then fucking locked my keys in the truck just before I got here. So then I was like, I'm going to be 10 minutes late, Gabe. Tried my best to get my fingers through. Like a crack about fucking 2 centimeters big. I was like, maybe I can. No, that's not happening. And then I left and went to the Icebox Liquor at Broadmeadow and went, I'll have a long neck of Great Northern, please, mate.
Yep.
Just to take the edge off. So, but yeah, mate, everything's good. And it's news time, baby.
Well, hold on. There's one thing I want to show you before we get into the news. And we can look at it on my phone because the people don't need to hear this. But I found something that I found so fucking funny on Bluey's favourite app, TikTok.
You know this is going to infuriate me.
I think you might like this. So I was just scrolling away my life on TikTok and I read something called an upper decker. Now,
is it to do with poo?
yeah.
I know exactly what an upper decker is.
You know what an upper decker is?
Yes, I know. Mate, anyone, again, it's a generational thing, mate. Anyone older than you essentially will know what an upper decker is. And tell us in the newsroom if I'm wrong. Join the newsroom on Facebook. But an upper decker is a pretty common. It's where you shit in the cistern, I believe.
Yeah, I did not know about upper deckers.
Well, I'm glad you've been. Yeah, an upper decker is I mean, I've never done one. I've never experienced one. But what a hilarious concept.
So this guy has a whole TikTok account just to doing upper deckers in places.
He's doing them in Airbnb.
Yeah, so this guy just said leaving an upper decker in Airbnb and he puts a little sticker inside the top of the lift
What
after he does them.
Psycho. That's funny. What's his name? The Upper Decker.
Yeah.
Go and follow at The Upper Decker on TikTok.
Yeah, let him know we sent you. Yeah, leaving an upper decker for my grandma. I mean, some of them are probably fake things. But
I mean, I haven't seen any poo yet. And the notion or the concept behind an upper decker is that if you shit in the cistern, obviously when you flush the toilet, poo then comes out. Because that water in the cistern is the water that when you flush the toilet and water comes out.
Yeah,
that's water from the cistern. So the idea is the idea behind an upper decker, the sick concept behind the upper decker, is if you shit in the cistern, then they flush the toilet, poo then comes out when you flush. It's criminal mastermind stuff.
That is so fucking funny. Doing that to an unsuspecting victim, they go to flush, shit coming out from the sides. I didn't even know how in depth this was.
Yeah, it's the Joker Dark Knight sort of stuff. Like they just want to watch the world burn. It's proper fucking madness. So so I mean, I'm glad you're now aware of the upper decker. It's a fucking sick. It's a sick thing. Reach out, guys. Hit the dial-ins if you've ever either performed or been the victim of an upper decker. Because I mean, I would hate for a week to go by on this podcast where we don't talk about shit.
That's why I thought I had to bring it up.
And bowel movements. So I mean, fucking hell.
There's one thing you get near Daily Blue Weekly. It's just shit and cheese and maybe a bit of news.
It's the shit podcast about shit. That's it.
We can get into the news now.
Let's talk about some news.
Oh, fuck. Bluey, I found a headline recently from our good friends at Unilad that just doesn't seem right to me.
Shout out Unilad.
Tourist at Lake Como charged extra at restaurant for cutting his sandwich in half.
Ooh.
Now, I know times, shit's getting more expensive by the day. That's not news to anyone. But getting charged for the mere labour of putting a slice through a sandwich, that just seems fucking absurd to me.
How much did they sting him? So this is in Lake Como, so this is in the States. What did they sting him?
It may have just been like a little 80 center or something.
Still.
Despite how much it is, that is fucking bullshit.
Wow. Yeah, that's devastating. Well, actually, you know what? I'm too dumb. I wouldn't have even seen it on the receipt. But That's pretty audacious. I know the hospitality industry's obviously done it very tough with COVID and that the last couple of years. That is taking the piss.
Yeah.
Charging the... I never understood... well, I kind of do, I guess, but corkage in BYO places. So you could go to like a BYO restaurant and then they charge you like $5 corkage. So if you bring your own bottle of wine, they charge you $5. But I do get that because I guess you're bringing wine in, you're not buying wine from them. So they've got to make something out of it. So I do kind of understand that. But when I first heard of that, I thought corkage was... They were charging you $5 to open the wine for you. Oh, I was like, corkage.
At least they're doing the service.
Yeah. But that's not it.
It's like you're paying to bring that grog in.
Yeah, but getting charged to cut a sandwich is fucking...
Bro, you're in a Subway line and it's like, they ask if you want it fresh or toasted.
Yeah.
Cut or uncut. But they don't charge you to even toast the cunt.
No.
So in this situation...
Toasting is crucial to a good sub, particularly in winter. I'm a big toasted guy.
Hey,
it doesn't matter to you because it's about melting the cheese.
I still toast.
Do you?
Yeah,
the bread.
Gives the bread a bit of crunch in that. Bro, if you get asked fresh or toasted in any situation, the answer's toasted.
Well, I ballsed up when I was in New York because the first sandwich I got in New York, I was like, this is going to be a cracker. And the guy, I panicked because I didn't know what to order. I got an Italian like sub, like a hero. And the guy goes, you want it hot or cold? And I was like, cold. And he said, you sure? And I panicked, but I wanted to seem like I knew what I was doing. So I was like, yeah, I want it cold. He goes, okay. I didn't realize he wanted it fresh or toasted. Came out. It was good, but I was like, fuck, it's really good toasted.
Yeah, and he gave you a second chance.
He gave me a chance.
But the fact that he gave you the chance, he should just toast the cunt.
No, I was trying to be a fucking cool guy. Yeah. I was like, I like him cold. And he's like, all
right, mate.
Fuck. But yeah, unless they were cutting like maybe it was like a guy like you who like needed the crust. He needed the crust cut off.
I eat crust, mate. I eat crust.
Do you?
Yeah. I have a mate who refuses to eat pizza crust.
Yeah, that's fucking ordinary.
That is, I know I'm a picky eater.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you start throwing stones now, mate. You're in a pretty
pizza crust is fine.
You're in a pretty big glass house.
Oh, mate, I'll be throwing stones from this glass house. Don't you worry. I'll be fucking throwing, and I can accept them as well, much like I have in the newsroom this week.
Yeah, newsroom's been fiery this week. I got destroyed yesterday for my chocolate choice.
I looked at, so your Bluey's Chocky choice recently was
just to bring up to speed. Sorry, too, guys. If you're in the Daily Blue newsroom, where it's a bit of banter for the podcast, join it. It's just a Facebook group, but predominantly lately it's just me posting the chocolate that I'm eating every day. Yeah. Yesterday I posted some old gold with mint. Which is what I went for. It was on special at the little grocer where I was working. Got destroyed. I got now I know how you feel.
Yeah.
Got absolutely annihilated.
You get thick skin, mate.
Yeah. Well, I'm not used to it. But it must have been I'm assuming it's the mint chocolate aspect to it because surely it's not dark. Like dark chocolate's cool.
Bro, I like both of those things by themselves.
So you like mint,
choc
obviously.
Mint play on for sure, but dark choc mint,
okay.
I would try it, but you did lose me a bit when you posted that one.
Yeah, I mean, but I like to try new things.
Which I respect.
When you're eating as much chocolate as I am, you got to fucking...
shake it up.
You got to fucking shake it up. Yeah, I got annihilated. That was pretty funny. But yeah, I think it's one of those divisive things like choc mint. Like a lot of you're either like Vegemite kind of thing. You're either all in or you're all out.
It's been a minute, but I used to fucking like my pick at ice creams. I was choc mint.
Mint slices. I fucking love mint slices.
Bro, in the fridge.
Oh man, wherever.
Yeah.
I'll take them out. I'll get them. I'm not that.
Yeah, true. They're fucking gone before you're out of the car park, mate. They're not getting to the fridge.
They don't get time to get cold in my house.
But look. Don't charge us to cut our sandwiches. And if Subway adopts this, we will be in some strife.
Oh, yeah. Our next headline is in the form of a TikTok, and we know that just gets me horny. Gabe, you put it in our show notes as Crocs under pavement in India. Now, when I asked you before the show started, is this about footwear or reptiles? You said reptiles.
I said reptiles.
So let's fucking see. What are we up against here? Crocs under the pavement in India. We're heading to TikTok. And
we don't need volume.
If you're listening at home, oh my god, do we need sound?
Nah, you just need.
Jesus Christ, it's a live wild crocodile
under pavement
that's come from under the pavement. What the fuck is going on here,
bro? Watch this. Bang.
Oh,
rolls,
death roll,
and then bang.
Oh, another one.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Bro, I couldn't believe my eyes. Actually,
Jesus Christ. So were they digging up is that pavement, is that a sewer under the pavement and it's come out from there?
Bros, I got no extra information on that. What I will say is I actually did fuck up. We should have played that with volume. Maybe if you're listening at home, it does. The chicks who are filming that video, they're actually just laughing.
Oh, so it could be a common. And that looked like something out of, Spider-Man. What's the big rep?
Oh, I do know the guy though.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was very intense. Sorry if you're listening. This is terrible audio. Like me just going, whoa. What the fuck? That was crazy.
So they're in a pretty,
shithole, I believe.
Shithole of a city.
Shithole is, I believe, the term you're looking for.
We're kind of seeing cracked in the pavement already, and a decent sized croc is already making its way out of it, and there is some, I guess, croc fucking tamers who are trying to put some rope over this.
Croc wranglers, I believe, is the
great. That's the exact.
I believe is the correct term. Croc wranglers.
So there's some croc wranglers trying to maneuver their way over this one croc. There's people filming it and laughing at what's happening, and it does a death roll on the pavement, and another croc comes out from underneath it.
And they're not small.
No, that was a sizable croc.
Yeah, nothing like Eric from the reptile park that I was talking about the other week, but still not a pretty respectable croc. That's fucking crazy. And they're covered in concrete.
Yeah.
They've come from under they're covered in concrete.
How did it get there?
It looks to me as though that concrete's over some kind of like a canal, like some kind of opening that the crocs could have swam through. And then when it's been jackhammered up, they've come. I don't know, but that's fucking crazy.
See, that's the other question. Were they jackhammering it up and the crocs came, or did the croc burst through? That's what I'd like to believe, but that's insane.
I mean, for dramatic purposes, we'll say the crocs burst through, 100%.
Oh, mate, how would you react if you saw that?
I mean, not like those Sheilas that were laughing. I'd be terrified.
Would you run?
Yeah. Gone.
It's quite the spectacle, though.
I'd be stepping over women and children and everything. There's no way. Yeah.
No, hold his mouth shut like we established a few episodes ago.
Like the kids can.
Just start alpha in the crocs.
Just stare at it like Mick Dundee. Yeah, fucking wild. Very, very wild. That's great. Well, you know what, Gabe? Congratulations. You brought me a TikTok that I enjoyed.
Surely that's 2 from 2 this week. You got to respect Upper Decker.
Well, yeah, but I already knew about Upper Deckers.
True.
You love the Upper Decker because it was new information to you. I'm well versed in the Upper Decker.
How well versed?
Well, I mean, I'm familiar with it. But yeah, shout out the Crocs in India. I didn't even know there was Crocs in India.
Oh, news to me as well. I put this headline in our show notes regarding The Blind Side, and you told me that you haven't seen it.
Haven't seen The Blind Side. I haven't. There's a lot of big movies that I haven't seen. I've just fallen asleep. I probably have gone to watch The Blind Side a dozen times, along with heaps of other movies. But it's up there with Remember the Titans, like those kind of iconic kind of sporting movies that I should have watched and probably everyone has watched, but I just fall asleep.
Yeah, I recently went on a binge of all the critically acclaimed movies and just try to go through them.
There's movies that you just have to have seen. They're just in the zeitgeist. Like you just have to have seen them.
Like Meet the Zohan.
I mean...
Do you even know what that is?
You mean you don't mess with the Zohan?
Yeah. Oh, true. What did I say?
You said not the movie. Oh man. This fucking...
Yeah, fuck
Dallas from To The Point podcast is going to be furious at you.
I love Adam Sandler. I'm letting myself down in my movie knowledge on this show.
Dallas is going to be fucking ropeable at you.
Hey, sorry, Dal. And you're getting an early shout out on this podcast.
Yeah, well...
Even though you get one every week. The main reason I brought this to the show notes is the whole premise of the show is they adopt this young, promising American athlete, American football. It has come out that the family never actually adopted him. Are you familiar with the whole Free Britney movement? Does that mean anything to you, the Britney Spears thing?
Yeah, so correct me if I'm wrong, but Britney was under, what's the term?
Yeah.
Of her parents. So they were making all the financial decisions, business decisions. She was under whatever, because she wasn't of sound mind or a court ruled that she couldn't do it herself. So parents would look after all the shit for her. And they were like, free Britney, she's an adult. That was that situation.
Yep. So
I'm more clued in on that than I am the plot of The Blind Side, which is fucking not good. But anyway,
but essentially it's the same thing. He claims that the parents from the show never officially adopted him, instead tricked him into signing away legal authority to use his name in business deals after he turned 18.
I mean, that's fucking genius from them. If you sign, like, you know what NFL linebackers earn? Jordan Mailata, who was the kid from South Sydney, who's the Philadelphia Eagles offensive lineman at the moment, just signed like a fucking $200 million deal.
Yeah.
So that's just good business from these guys, as far as I'm concerned.
My mind kind of went there too. I was like, I guess the game's the game, you know what I mean?
I mean, like, when I was younger, the kids, so the Knights would sign kids from like New Zealand or Queensland, and they would come to Newcastle, and like local families would just put these kids up. Like, they would just be like, all right, we've signed you to a 2-year deal. You're going to live with Gabe and his family, and the Knights would give them a little bit of money, and then this kid had somewhere to stay and would get looked after. But like, if you're like watching this kid playing, go, like, he's good, I'm going to get in on this because I'm going to cash in because he could be very good.
The word could be conservators.
Yeah, maybe.
Conservative, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically that there's no actual...
So did they steal money from him?
Well, that's what it's like. It's a bit vague in here, right? So he's been raised to believe that he's like directly associated to him in a family relationship, which is not true at all. I don't know if they stole money. They may have be getting the money from the movie The Blind Side.
Yeah, they might be getting some like royalties or something from the movie.
But I'm not sure if it's on the same extreme as Britney Spears, where they have full control over his money. But the word that they use is the same word that they use for Britney Spears.
So maybe
it
because
that he doesn't get to make his own business decisions.
Yeah, I mean, it probably stands to reason if you're an 18-year-old kid. And again, these are no facts here. There probably are facts out there. Find them yourself.
Yeah,
this is not why you come here. What I'm thinking might have happened is he's obviously a talented athlete. He might have signed a deal, and they're like, "Well, you're not old enough to look after your money. We'll look after it for you." And maybe
which sounds sensible.
And then, like, if that was me, I'd be like, you know, I'm doing all this work for this kid. I'm just going to snip a little bit off the top just for myself. That's what I'd do.
I don't think that's such a bad thing.
I don't.
If what you just said is what's happening,
and again. That may not be what's happening at all. I'm with Sandra Bullock on this one.
Yeah. Poor Sandy getting her name dragged through the mud just because old mate wants his piece of the pie.
Fucking selfish cunts.
Anyway, go watch The Blind Side. Good movie.
In less funny news, but more important news, some more dudes got stranded at sea.
The sea has been taking its toll this year.
The sea is a cruel mistress. Gabe, we know this. 4 Australian dudes who were on a surf trip off the coast of Indonesia. They were out on like a wooden speedboat. It sank. The boys spent the night on their surfboards of the ocean and then got found the next day. Fucking nuts. There's video of them being found here, which is just nuts. I'll go back and play that for you. Sorry, mate, it's gone. But the boys are like literally just sitting on their surfboards in the ocean all night. It's fucking crazy. I couldn't think, that is the most terrifying thing ever.
Yeah, you'd be fucking cold, you'd be fucking hungry, and these surf boys, they're probably not even getting the luxury of the waves.
Nah.
You know, if you told any surfer that they got to spend a whole night surfing, they'd probably love it, but this is the reality of the situation.
Bobbing around. I don't know what the shark situation is off the coast of Indonesia. That's all I'd be able to think about.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like hungry, just sad, cold.
Surfing will take it out of you. Being in the water takes it out of you.
You get so hungry. That was the best. Like, we'd have like school swimming carnivals and stuff, and like the feed, or like I used to bodyboard, shuckers. I used to bodyboard when I was younger. Shit. But like the feed, like you'd always just get so fucking hungry. You must burn an insane amount of calories.
People who actually surf are always like pretty shredded.
Fucking hot cunts.
Facts, to be fair.
Shuckers. That's me. I don't have the tan for it, unfortunately. But because there was that dude that got caught at the ocean the other week
with his dog.
But he was on a boat with his dog.
Yeah,
because at the time we said that's a terrible situation. That is infinitely better than these poor cunts.
Than a plank of wood.
Oh my god!
Or whatever a surfboard's made out of.
They're not made of wood, mate. I'll tell you, they're fiberglass.
Fiberglass. There we go. It may as well be a wooden fucking plank, mate.
Meet the Zohan wooden surfboards.
God. Meet the Zohan is shocking behaviour.
You ever seen Meet the Zohan?
It's like...
and Blue Lander?
Meet the Parents meets Zohan.
Snappy Gilmore.
It's fucking hell.
Anyway, so they're alive and well, and they got sick barrels apparently.
Can you surf?
No, I was never cool enough. I bodyboarded because that was like the easiest thing to pick up without actually trying.
Yeah.
Heaps of my mates like Surfy. I don't know what it was like where you're from.
Hey, not much surf, brother.
Not a lot. But no, it was like that was what you did.
Yeah.
Everyone just went bodyboarding all weekend. You just
Which is pretty sick.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like terrible. Like some of my mates were really good. I got a few mates now that still like surf and stuff. And yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if it's because of my pale skin. Like I just can't spend any more than like my missus is like part Filipino, so she just wants to just cruise in the sun all day. I'm like, we're going to the ocean bars at 6 a.m. and I'll be back in the car at 20 past 6 with a coffee.
You need to pack an umbrella, mate.
No, I can't. I'm not. Mate, I couldn't do anything worse than hanging out in the sun all day.
You do it all day anyway.
Yeah, but I got a bucket hat, zinc.
Yeah.
I'm chasing the shadows. Like, yeah. But like, and that's for work. That's employment. I'm being paid. I couldn't think of anything worse than just like in my spare time baking. But yeah, these poor cunts. Fuck.
I'm happy they got found.
Yeah, they're all well. One of them died. No, I'm just joking. And in some pressing Newcastle news, probably the biggest bit of Newcastle news we've had on the show since its inception, the Hungry Jack's at Jesmond is being replaced by McDonald's.
This pisses me off.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this one because Hungry Jack's, I did go through a phase, within the last 12 months, where I was fucking big on Hungry Jack's.
Hungry Jack's is good fast food.
Made a Whopper. Oh, merch. Shout out merch.
Coming soon.
A Whopper, a double Whopper with cheese, very hard to beat. And they introduced the Jack's fried chicken.
Grouse.
Fucking sensational.
So good.
So to hear that, then there's not a lot of Hungry Jacks around the great city of Newcastle. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking Broadmeadow. I'm thinking obviously Jesmond.
That's it for me.
There was one in Belmont, but that's fucking miles away and a shithole. Sorry if you live in Belmont, but it's a shithole. Sorry. Yeah.
I reckon that's it.
So, and to hear that they're replacing one of the last bastions of good, good, like use that term loosely.
Yeah, it's fast food. But
Fast
decent
food.
fast food.
One of the better options anyway. With another McDonald's, I'm not stoked about it. But actually, this thought's just come into my head. The twin servos are being replaced by Hungry Jack's.
Oh, so they're moving like cage.
So I think, I don't know, but
I think Porto's going out there as well. I also read.
the twin servos?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well that's great news.
Yeah.
But what would be your go-to Hungry Jack's feed?
I actually had Hungry Jack's for lunch today.
Respect, what'd you get?
So I got that they got a spicy fried chicken
It's a
burger.
very, very topical story then, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's just the chicken, some nice spicy sauce and a bit of lettuce. I like the...
Is it like the Jack's fried chicken?
Yeah, it's a Jack's fried chicken.
That's a good bit of bird.
Yeah, It
might actually be chicken.
When they... Yeah.
No, you know what I mean? Like, because you get nuggets and like a McChicken. That's not chicken. That's just...
That's cigarettes.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Yeah, that's...
But the Jack's fried chicken might actually have some chicken in it. I feel like that's why it's so delicious.
I was so skeptic when they started advertising it because even like their Grill Master range is pretty good. But I saw them advertising chicken. I'm like, fuck, chicken, HJs. I don't know if this ends well for them.
Yeah, it could be like stay in your lane, boys. Like Colonel does chicken. That's all they do.
Yep.
Maccas is shit because they try and do it all.
Yep.
Well, that's not. There's many reasons why they're shit, but that's one of them.
Yep.
Hungry Jacks, you've got the Whopper nailed down.
Yeah.
Just stick to what you do, boys.
But they've come out victorious. So I'll be getting the Cowboy Angus or I'll be getting the spicy Jack's fried chicken. I like the onion rings from there too.
Nice. Does the Cowboy Angus have onion rings on it?
It might, and if it doesn't, I'd definitely add some.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just straight up the guts, like good on a hangover too, Hungry Jack's. So I'd just go double Whopper with cheese and a Jack's fried chicken burger.
Yeah.
Some chippies on both burgers. Awesome stuff. So it's devastating that...
I think it's fucking so stupid they're putting a Maccas there. That sucks so much. I guess you got some options across the road from it. You got some Taco Bells. You got some fucking...
There is a T-Bell in at the Jesmond shops there.
Which is also not really... doesn't have a great reputation.
Haven't actually had it yet.
It's fine. But it doesn't have a great reputation. But it really makes me wonder, right? Because obviously Maccas is the biggest fucking fast food conglomerate for some reason. And
what is it? You know what? Why are we... Because
why are more going up? We all think it sucks, bro.
Because we're about to hit on something here, and I do want to actually fucking think about this because it sucks.
This is what I'm saying.
So if you said it must purely be the convenience of it, right? Because it's not cheap. Like, it's not that cheap.
Oh, Maccas is pretty cheap.
It's not that cheap.
You can get 10 nuggets for less than $10.
When they're on special, you can.
I think I got paid less than $10.
Well, mate, 10 nuggets wouldn't even fucking... I'm talking about, like, for me personally, for me to be satiated with a McDonald's feed, that means satisfied, like hunger satisfied.
I did need that.
I thought, you looking at me like... I don't know, some of the listeners would have been too, because we've got some dummies that listen to this thing.
Hey, welcome to the club, guys.
I need to drop for me to be satisfied with a Mackie feed, I need to probably drop close to $30.
Yeah.
I gotta get at least 2 burgers. One of them has to be in a meal, a large meal with chips and a drink, and there needs to be probably a sundry, either another small burger. So I'm talking like a quarter pounder and a Big Mac into. Mate, I won't be alone in this. I guarantee I'm not alone.
I know you're not alone, but this is coming from the bloke who fucking pumps a whole block of choc a day. So
that is wrong of me. I will admit. The chocolate situation is new, and I'm still working my way through it at the moment. I don't really know what's going on with the chocolate at the moment. I don't know if it's stress, if I'm pregnant. I don't know what's happening.
But God, it feels good.
I'm going with it, mate. I just listen to my body. But the Maccas thing, I think any bloke, I'm sort of like, I'm 90. I walk around at probably 96, 97 kilos.
Yep.
So I feel like that's kind of a stock standard amount of food. And especially when you're buying fast food, you're like, well, I'm in for a penny, I'm in for a pound. I need to be full.
Yeah.
I don't want to get this and then go and get something else. So yeah, it's like, I'm not spending less than probably $30 when I go there. So it ain't cheap. Mm-hmm. It's fucking shit.
It's shit.
It's sometimes you'll have a couple of mouthfuls and go, oh, that's okay. And then immediately afterwards, you're like, I feel shit, and that was shit. And like, it's fucking Maccas, as we've established, are shit holes to eat. You're generally just eating it either in your car or in a Maccas, so that's never great.
Yep.
Like,
and they keep popping up. It's like, why are the good fast foods?
It's just
like better fast foods, like Hungry Jack's, like KFC, like a Porto. Why aren't we getting more of them opposed to just 10 more Maccas?
Because even like the wait times, like if you think about your wait time, if you go to...
That's where they win.
Do you reckon?
Nah, they win on wait times.
Yeah,
100%,
you're right.
If I go to Maccas, it's like they're just like doing me a service by asking me what I want. It's like they read your mind, bro. You go into that second window, the fucking bag's hanging out the window.
It is purely... So it must just be convenience because it's fucking shit food. It's fucking not that cheap.
So it's a franchise thing, right? Because they're known for being so fast, whoever owns a franchise, they know they're just turning over more money. Does that have to be the answer?
I don't know. But like, I could sit here and rattle off 10 fucking fast foods that are better quality for a similar price. Like you go Porto, Colonel, Hungry Jack's, like Subway.
Yep.
Why are they not as big as Mackey's? And they're the same. Like even if you went like consistency, like you go to KFC in Queensland or here, they're the same. Like the consistency everywhere you go with those joints. Porto is the same everywhere. Subway is the same everywhere. So it's not that. So I don't know. Like they're the big things.
We've just been brainwashed, bro. Just the marketing dollars, maybe.
I don't know. And like, yeah, I don't know. It bothers me.
It doesn't add up, man. It doesn't add up. Why are all these Maccas popping up?
Yeah, I know. And they're still popping up.
That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy. But do you know what does warm my soul is there are more Portos and shit popping up too. There's 2 Portos popping up and Guzman's and stuff as well.
Yeah, Guzzi's one of the great fucking additions to fast food.
There's an Porto popping up just down here in Mayfield. Yep. There's a Guzzi coming up in Carrow near the roundabout there. So it is good to see them fighting back. But I mean,
Guzzi's putting up a good fight.
But also fuck the franchises too, I say.
Yeah.
Like, and that's a whole separate article, but fuck the franchises too. If someone tried to get into me, I did the choose on Angejitos, the Mexican place here, and someone tried to tell me that Mad Mex was better. I was like,
huge take.
I was like, you can't like they're
Mad Mex is good.
Mad Mex is good.
Yeah.
Guzman's is fine.
Yeah.
But you can never compare, or like Subway is fine if that's all that's around. But you can never ever compare a fucking sandwich from a Subway compared to a sandwich from like a deli run by a lady that's had it for 5 years, or you can never compare a Guzman and Gomez to an Angejitos or a Muchos Mexican or just. And if you think you can, you're a fucking idiot. I'm sorry.
Your taste buds are just trained
You're
for fast
You're
food.
a complete moron.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Saying Mad Max is as good as that is a huge take, and I like Mad Max.
This bloke fully said it. I was like, no. He goes, how does it... And someone said, how does it rate to a Cali burrito from Guzman's? I said, they're not even fucking in the same league, cunt. They're not even playing the same game. What do you mean? How does it compare to that? Yeah, a Cali burrito is good, but this thing fucking rocks. The guy that made this is from Cali.
Yeah.
The guy that made this burrito is from Southern California. So they're not even fucking in the same ballpark, my friend. Yeah. Anyway, what are we talking about?
Maccas popping up.
Maccas. Fuck McDonald's.
But we can be bought, Maccas. Know that.
I mean, yeah, if you guys want to sponsor the show, 100%.
I'll change my tune.
But for now, you guys fucking suck. All right, in sporting news this week, Gabe, the mighty Newcastle Knights are absolutely flying at the moment. Made it 6 in a row on the weekend against the Bulldogs. I actually achieved what most tipsters dream of. You're in a tipping comp, obviously.
Yep.
Everyone saves their joke around, which if you don't know what a joke around is, you tip... You pick your games every week in the tipping comp. Your joke around is you get to use it once every year and you get double points. So if you pick 7 games out of the 8, you actually get 14 points instead of 7.
Nice.
Everyone every year holds off and waits for their joker because they think they're going to pick the card. How many times in the year do you ever pick the card? Fucking maybe once if you're lucky, but everyone thinks they hold off until they use their joker around when they're going to pick the round. Guess what I fucking did on the weekend? Every tipster's dream. Use my joke around. Pick the round.
Went and done it. Finally tipped the Knights.
Went and did it. Tipped the Knights. Yeah, for the second week on their 6-game streak. The boys absolutely humped the Bulldogs, which I mean,
Shocking turn of events.
Poor old doggies fucking stink, don't they?
Yep.
They're on fire. They're playing your bunnies this weekend.
Yeah, their streak's coming to an end. Sorry, Newy fans.
Well,
sorry, Newy listeners.
The bunnies are short. They're about $1.70 or something. They're pretty. And Hastings is in doubt.
I hated seeing Hastings go.
Yeah, that was bad, and it was an unlucky tackle. It was no malice. It was just it was an unlucky tackle. It was one of them hip drops.
Yeah.
It's sold out.
Yeah, I know.
The news coming out today. It is sold out. I'll be there. Obviously, I'm well connected, so I no, not my uncle. My uncle bought me tickets.
Uncle Matty John.
Yeah, Uncle Matt. Shout out Uncle Matty and Uncle Andrew. No, my Uncle Ross actually who's a Bunnies fan. So
shout out Ross.
Yeah, shout out Uncle Ross. So he's coming up. So that's going to be sick. Sold out apparently. It'll be a good one.
Fucking so sick.
Sunday Arvo. Yeah, could be a slow day at work on Monday if we get up. Might treat myself to a few sherbets.
Mate, I'd just go home at halftime if I was you. Get an early sleep. Forget the game ever happened.
Well, I have left.
Be a humping.
We went and watched them play the Panthers midway through last year when Penrith were on fire, and I think it was like 32-10 at halftime or something. And we were like, we're out. We just went straight back to the pub.
That wasn't the one where they actually put up a fight, was it?
No. Fuck no. No. They were getting fucking well and truly flogged.
Yeah.
But no, it should be good. No, I don't think I've been to a game this year either. So
I do think
fun.
it'll be at least a good first 20 minutes. That's all I can hope for your Knights fans.
Well, Souths aren't exactly on fire at the moment.
Yeah, but
he's only just got over the Tigers the other week.
I don't know if you can tell, Bluey, but I'm a man of morale and belief when it comes to rugby league.
Yeah, that means nothing.
Well,
you got to be a realist,
mate. Hey, how's that got you? Tipping on, I know you're upping the table on the
I'll show you right now.
I don't want to say. All I'm saying is I believed in the Knights.
But you just are.
Some are saying that my belief in the Knights has actually got them this 6 in a row. That's what I'm hearing.
I'll just get my tipping comp up for you now.
I'm getting messages separately. Hey, Gabe, thanks for believing in the Knights.
See that highlighted one? That's second. That's how it's going for me, mate.
Yeah, and you're actually in a big comp too. I respect that massively.
I'm in a fucking huge comp.
Don't expose anything too fucked.
That's all right. Someone goes to me.
Yeah.
Someone goes. You just reveal. I probably reveal my pin card. I don't care. I go. What can they do? Can anyone do anything? Sorry, for anyone that doesn't know, somebody on YouTube or somebody inboxed me the other day and said I revealed my pin code on YouTube. I don't know. Does that mean? Can anyone do anything?
As long as it's just your phone lock.
Might have to change.
Moving on.
Might have to change things. I'm too lazy to change it too. I'm just going to get robbed now. Fuck.
Anyway, I hope it's a good game, and I will be tipping the Rabbitohs. Who will you be tipping, Bluey? Since you want to fucking come around here.
I'll be going off who's the favourite.
South.
According to if the bunnies are short, I'll go closer to kickoff. Yeah, bunnies are $1.70. Knights are $2.15. I'll let you know closer to kickoff, but at this stage I'll be tipping the bunnies. But it'll depend. If Hastings plays too, it could be a different story.
I would really like him to play. I'd like for it to be 2 full strength.
And there is going to be a fucking monster crowd there too. So, but I mean, 6 in a row.
And Rabbitohs fans turn up everywhere.
I've noticed the last 2 times I went to watch the Knights play, I went and watched them play Para, and I went and watched them play Manly.
Yep.
Fucking tons of Para and Manly fans. I don't know if it's not
Para
that
and Manly.
Well, like when they played Para and Manly. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah,
not at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You with me?
Yeah, I've caught up.
Like, I know it's not that far a drive from Sydney, and it is like good. Like, if you want to stay the night up here, it's a pretty sick town. But it's fucking always like really well supported when teams come to Newcastle. And Souths have got the biggest membership in the league because there's Deros everywhere. There's toothless hicks everywhere, so I'm sure there'll be fucking tons of Dero Bunnies fans on the weekend. So should be a good one. In our next sporting story, there's obviously a huge fever going around at the moment. Matilda's fever, Gabe.
Bro, if you haven't caught it, I don't know what you're doing.
I don't think I've caught it. I watched the penalty shootout the other night. That was intense. Before the penalty shootout and before that game, I honestly didn't have the fever. Now I might have a bit of... Like, I'm getting some
you might
symptoms.
have to go get a checkup.
I might have to go, but I mean, it could be like I have had a big day. It might not be fever. It might not be Tilly fever. It could just be regular fatigue. But they are playing tonight. So when we're recording this on Wednesday night, they're playing the Poms tonight. I mean, it's fucking full-blown fever. It was pretty awesome watching it the other night. They must play at Suncorp. Yep. It was fucking jammed.
It's chockers, bro.
It's like sold out.
And apparently they were selling the tickets like heaps cheap just because they didn't know how big it was. The girls were gonna, turn up for the country.
Well, they've crushed it.
Yeah,
they've absolutely crushed it. So
I've got to respect what they've done for women's sport in just this month.
Yeah,
like it's probably a lot of marketing has got put behind it, which has helped the women's sport as well. But everyone's fucking loving it. They're selling out show. The TV had like one of the highest ratings since fucking like Kathy Freeman or some shit.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I think people just want to see Australia do well at sport. I think
that's why I've got the hat on.
Yeah,
for
respect.
Matildas.
Nice. I did see the new hat. That's very cool. I think people just want to see us do well at sport. I don't think it matters who's playing and what sport it is. They just want to see us win.
If you're wearing that green and gold, we'll get behind you.
Yeah, it's
even better than it's against the Poms too. I mean, there's one country we love beating, it's them.
Well, it's the Blue Nielsen Cup. I'm a dual citizen of both countries, so it's the.
Do you actually get a citizen? Well,
I was born in England,
true.
And then I have citizenship for Australia by descent.
They're calling it the Bluey Nielsen Cup.
Your words. So you heard it here first. And by the time this podcast comes out, someone will have already won it. But
and you're a victor no matter what happens.
I win regardless. But it is the Matildas and the Lionesses tonight playing off for the Bluey Nielsen Cup, and may the best team win. That's all I can say. Both teams have invited me in the dressing sheds to speak to them beforehand. I can't. I'm doing the pod, so
otherwise you would be pretty much emceeing the event.
I was going to be sort of ground announcer and give both teams a pre-match speech. But I mean, I'm sure whoever wins will deserve it. And I'll be presenting the trophy afterwards. I do have to go actually after this. I've got to get down to Sydney and present the trophy. So may the best team win. All right, Gabe. You've snuck a TikTok into the sports section this week under the headline in our show notes. Sorry, I've had a couple of stubbies. Paralympic cyclist receives terrible gift.
We don't need audio for this one, so you're right. So click on it at your own leisure, mate. This is one of the funnier things I've fucking seen. Respectfully.
No, don't need audio?
No.
What's the worst gift ever? He's got no hands. Oh, brilliant.
They've given him a watch.
Oh, they gave him a watch.
And the poor...
Oh, my God, they gave him a watch.
And the sweet guy, he was actually really accepting of the gift.
Well, I mean, it's pretty sick. That's a great... He'll be able to re-gift that to one of his mates with arms. No worries. That's hilarious. Have you seen the one...
Before we go on, the Paralympics page on TikTok posted that.
Well, that's play on.
Yeah.
You got to be able to... That's the whole thing with inclusion. You got to be... Like, if they were like, don't say anything, that's not inclusive.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be able to make fun of everyone. That's part of inclusion.
It's just funny. Giving a guy with no arms a watch as a award is funny.
Part of inclusion is teasing the guy with no arms. That's what it is. The one of the great footy show stitch ups, like the old footy show when it was sort of Fatty and Chief and Sterlo and the crew.
Golden age.
They went to Jack Newton's house. Jack Newton, local legend golfer, one arm. He was in a plane accident. He's only got one arm. And Mario Fennick gave him a cup and saucer. They were doing a tour of his house, and Mario Fennick gave him a teacup and saucer. So obviously Jack Newton's holding the cup and saucer with his one hand, but he doesn't have another hand to grab the cup and have a sip of the coffee. So he was just standing there with it while the Falcon talked to him. It's one of the great stitch ups. And I think they set it up. The producer or someone stitched him up to get him to do it. So yeah, people with no hands, they're out there.
Yeah, bro, the whole Paralympics TikTok page is taking the piss out of athletes. I'm not joking.
I don't know if that's...
No, like the music and shit they use, it is just taking the mick the whole time.
The Benny Hill theme tune, getting a run a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, that's pretty funny. I might have to check it out. Maybe I will get TikTok.
Yeah, have I persuaded you?
Yeah, this could be it. Our next sporting headline, and very exciting one that is genuinely... getting blood in my penis. The NRL, we already know they're taking round 1 to Vegas next year. It's been confirmed. The teams have been confirmed.
Yes.
So we know who's going to be playing. It's going to be a double header.
Yes, double header.
We've got the Broncos.
We don't know who. I'm not sure who's playing each other yet, but we got Bronx, Manly, South Roosters.
So you'd imagine.
I'm hearing it's not going to be South Roosters, bro, which is a terrible call.
Well, I don't know. We don't know. And obviously Russell Crowe's been hammering it for years. Rusty's wanted him over there, and obviously he's a part owner of South Sydney. He's all about the Book of Feuds, South and the Roosters. You would think, obviously you would think South and the Roosters were going to play. More importantly, that's fucking sick. The reason I'm stoked you put this in the show notes is because I messaged one bloke the other night and said, I'm fair income. I think I'm going to go.
Yeah.
And I messaged one of my mates and said, the one bloke I thought would come. And I said, what do you reckon?
Yeah.
And he goes, leave it with me. And then about 6 hours later, another bloke put in a group chat of blokes that possibly could come, completely unprovoked. He goes, boys, what do we think about Vegas for the footy? So yeah, I'm about fucking 85% committed to going to this thing, eh? I fucking love Las Vegas. Not just for the obvious reasons. Vegas is obviously you can just rip and tear as much as you want. There's punting, but it's a fucking fun place. It's cruisy. There's sports bars everywhere. Mate, there's atmosphere. There's people are enjoying themselves. There's fucking that many good restaurants you can shake a stick at. Cool places to have a beer. Fucking it is fun. And then throw a bit of rugby league in there. A few pissed up footy players running around the joint. It's I really want to go so badly.
I would love to go too. Yeah. So I need to do a bit of saving, maybe, work some things.
Yeah, just knuckle down.
Into me budget.
Yeah. Yeah, you need a bit. Because I was thinking about it.
Yeah, you need a bit. You got to get there. You got to put yourself up. You got to have play money.
Yeah, that's the big one. But the accommodation's not too bad because there's so many hotels with so many rooms, and especially through the week, the rates go up significantly on the weekends. But through the week, you can stay for okay, and depending on where you stay off the strip. It's pretty good. But yeah, you'd be spraying a bit when you're out on the strip. It's very good fun, but very exciting.
Yeah, hell yeah,
very exciting. Your bunnies, mate. Your bunnies are going to be there.
I'm glad Souths are getting the opportunity. That's why I'd be even sicker to go because you might get the chance to run into one of the boys.
Oh, you'll no doubt see the fellas out.
Maybe we bring the roadcaster. We fucking just get one player from every team after the game.
I'll just reach out to them on Instagram and say I'm going to be. Come to the room for half an hour. Give me half hour. I'll just do some
Bro, if you genuinely reach out,
I'm gonna do it
to some players.
If I'm not going over there and not getting content.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying if you can land a guest over there,
easy. Easy. You just tell me who you want.
You're taking a note out of my book. Morale and belief.
Who do you want? Just tell me. Tedesco.
You know who I want.
You want Trell Mitt.
I want Trelly Mitt.
You want the Tari Ferrari. Yeah, righto. Trell, reach out, bro.
Trell, we love your work.
But, I'll meet you at the Bellagio fountain.
You seen that big fucking sphere thing over there now?
What's that? Oh, the stadium that they're playing?
Yeah, no, I don't know if it's where they're playing.
Allegiant Stadium? The big black thing in the desert?
There's this thing that got built there, and it's covered with what seems to be LED lights, and they're putting like crazy pictures and stuff and like moving images on it.
Oh, no. The stadium they're playing is the Las Vegas Raiders, so formerly the Oakland Raiders, but they moved to Vegas. Allegiant Stadium. It cost $2 billion to build with a B.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's out in the middle of the desert there. It's fucking sick.
This is the Vegas Sphere. So the
Oh, yeah, they were building that while I was there.
yeah, the images on that move and shit, bro.
Oh, that's amazing.
So it's a big sphere-shaped building, and it's not projected. I assume it's LED lights, but they're putting crazy images on it, like a blinking eye.
One of them's a basketball. One of them's the planet.
Yeah, all this
Wow.
crazy art on it. It's fucking sick. So I'd love to drive past that. But, you know, when you think about what might happen in Vegas, seeing that big sphere as a giant eyeball looking at you,
Yeah.
it might do something to you.
So when we landed quite late at night when I was there earlier this year. Our Uber driver, I was like trying to get an Uber. We got an Uber. The guy rocked up and his Uber stank of weed.
Yeah.
Like, and they've just decriminalized weed in Nevada. So everyone's just stoned out of their brains.
Yeah.
Including our Uber driver. He was fucked. And I was like, this must be the most nuts job ever because you're seeing things like that.
Yep.
And the casino's all lit up.
Yeah,
and you're driving.
Specifically at night. Yeah, dude.
Like that stuff's amazing enough if you're high and dry. This guy was fucking stoned out of his brain and he was like driving very quickly and my missus and I were like, oh, fuck. Yeah. So I'm like, that's like genuine. So I think because it's round one, so it'll be what, March?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So see what we can do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm going. I'm
See
going.
what I can do.
I ran it past the bride the other day. I said, I want to go. And she goes, well, I can't come because she's off to Tassie with her sister I was like, fuck,
Damn
no,
it.
I'm still going to go. But
I'll miss
no, I
you.
did. I said, that's how serious I am. I ran it past the bride.
Ooh.
And she goes, you should go. I was like,
Aw.
oh, she's the best.
Yeah.
She's the goat. And then now a couple of the boys are like,
Yeah.
it's gaining momentum
You're
quickly.
putting feelers out. But the feelers is the easy part.
The feels is the easy part, mate. It's when it comes to crunch time. It's like we got to fork out $4
When it
grand for
comes to parting
airfares.
with it, yeah.
We got $4 grand for airfares. We got another fucking whatever for accommodation. You know, but anyway.
I'll be getting some good shoes.
Oh, can you, mate? Anyway,
Speaking of.
to be continued. Anyway, guys, it's chew time. Guys, it's time for the part of the podcast where I enjoy some delicious food, usually in my car or one of the work trucks, and I tell you about it. Get ready for this week's edition of Daily Blues Chews. Guys, chew time coming to you live from Westlake Macquarie. We are in Arcadia Vale, and I'm doing this one on the run because it's Smoko and the boys are looking at me like I'm a dumb cunt. We are doing a rare sweet treat chew today. I've hit the Wanji Bakehouse for something that I'm sure is going to put a pin and a complete stop to my productivity this afternoon and also possibly give me some diarrhea. It looks like some kind of cronut caramel hybrid kind of setup.
Shit.
Just sensational stuff. Lovely little bakery there. Heaps good pies and sausage rolls. I'd already filled up on the food from home, so time for a sweet treat. Let's not fuck around. Let's get into it. Wow.
Oh. That looks delicious.
It's like a caramel tart, cream pie, donut, eclair kind of setup. Fucking nuts. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing much of Savo after this, except fucking probably hanging on the worksite shitter. The eclair kind of thing from the Wanji Bakehouse is getting a solid 8.1.
Yeah.
Very tasty. Chew on. It was grouse.
Yeah, bloody hell.
Yeah, it was huge. So it was like it's hard to describe. So the lady sold it to me. She said it was an eclair, but, and you'll see the video later on the Daily Blue Instagram page. It was in the shape of a big donut.
It almost looked like a pie when you were bringing it out of the thing. That's why, and you said it was sweet. Then I think you're bringing out a pie. I was very confused.
It was the ultimate hybrid. So it was in the shape of a donut, like a cronut they call them. But then it was the pastry itself was eclair pastry, and it was full of cream like an eclair. The top was glazed like a donut, but the bottom was full of, like caramel tart.
Yeah.
The bottom was full of caramel, like caramel tart caramel.
Oh.
So you had the best of every world there. This thing was fucking grouse. So that was the Wanji Bakehouse out at Wanji there. That was a last minute chew. I literally did that at the Savo. And it did put the brakes on my work this Arvo too. I nailed that, and then I was like, I can't go.
Oh, mate, you clocked off after you did that. That's why you ended up
yeah.
leaving the keys in the fucking truck.
My brain left my body as I ate that.
Is that the first sweet chew review?
That is the first sweet one. I have thought about all the chocky I've eaten, reviewing the chocky, but that's cheating.
Yeah.
I feel like that's cheating. And you're giving business to the big guy there. That's all Cadbury. They don't need it. I'm all about fucking pumping
we're
up.
not ruling it out if push comes to shove.
Again, Cadbury, you want to come on board, whatever.
Hey.
I'm a gun for hire. But I'm all about pumping up the little guy. So I think I will reserve the chews. But that's not to say I won't do sweet chews more often. But that was just, I had my lunch from work today, and they had some really good looking pies, but I was like, I want something sweet.
Yeah.
So we had a sweet chew today just for something different.
Get that up, yeah.
Get that up, yeah. All right, guys, I'm back. I just did an upper decker in Gabe's toilet. It is time for arguably the best part of the podcast, simultaneously the worst part of the podcast, simultaneously my favourite part of the podcast. It is time for this week's edition of the Daily Blue Dial-Ins.
Bluey, Gabe, don't know if I'm embarrassed to say it, but love what you guys are doing with the pod.
Thanks,
it's
man.
Spud here.
Spuddy.
Just chilling out on a nice little blue couch. Reminiscent of the old Bar Beach Palace. With the Uno chat, just wondering, what do you guys are allowing to be finished on? Like, is it a skip? Oh, shit. Don't mind that, boys.
Classic dialogue.
Are we allowed to finish on a skip or a reverse? Or does it have to be a number?
Good question.
Let us know.
I didn't know this was up
Cheers.
for debate.
I'm going to wager and say he wasn't heating up food then. I don't know.
Getting his plate nice and warm, you think?
I reckon he might have been. In relation to Uno, you have to finish on a number.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, right.
What, are you finishing on draw twos?
Yeah, I think as long as you can play it, you can put the cunt down.
Nah, that's pussy shit. You gotta get yourself in a posse to finish it. That's part of the fun. So if you got a yellow, say I got a yellow 4 and I've got a wild, like a draw 4.
Yep.
That's part of the fun. Getting it on yellow. If there's 6 people playing, everyone knows I got a yellow.
Yeah.
Or do I have a yellow? Maybe I got a green. That's the
head games.
That's the head games. Yeah. No, you have to finish on a number. That's.
I see how that makes the game a bit more fun, a bit more strategic.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that was up for question. I was like, as long as you can get a card down, you can put the sucker down. But I see where you're coming from.
No, got to finish on a number. When I play anyway, the way I play it. That's
the fucking Daily Blues rules.
Oh yeah, old school, mate. I'm old school.
How in fuck did people 2,500 years ago take scaffold up to the top of these mountains in Rome and Italy and Athens and build shit like this? I don't understand. Tell me.
So just for a bit of context, that punter has sent us through. It's the Pantheon in Greece. And he sent us through a photo of that. Obviously enjoying his European holiday. Very stoked that Daily Blue Weekly's in your ears while you're enjoying Rome and Italy.
True.
And also that scaffold's on your mind while you're enjoying the Pantheon. You know what? While that is funny that he's saying that. The whole time I was in the States, I was like, I wonder how they scaff that. And then I would see some scaffold and I'd be like, damn, that's different to how we do it back home. So shout out. I don't know if that bloke is a fellow scaffolder or not, but once it's in your brain, it's just there. I don't know how they built anything back in the day.
Bro, a bit of like, if you go off any like old movies, and I'll get this name of this movie correct, Year One, Jack Black, Michael Cera.
I haven't seen it, but I love Jack Black so much.
Hilarious movie. They just always show you like kind of like wooden bamboo scaff and like stuff like that.
They still run that in Bali. That's like a bit of Bali scaff.
So they're probably Bali scaffing it.
Respect.
I'd imagine that, or we could Joe Rogan this bitch and talk how it's the aliens.
Yeah, aliens. I mean, that's there's every chance.
G'day, Dave from Newy, but coming to you from Jindabyne this week.
Yes.
Now, forget about fights amongst animals. We used to play a game at work about fights against politicians. E.g., at the moment, Tim Crackenthorpe versus Chris Minns. Jackie Lambie versus Michaelia Cash. And the boy from the Bronx versus the ex-pig from Queensland, Peter Dutton. Some most excellent fights. Gloves off, no hair pulling. Boy.
Release the Kraken.
Dave from Newy, very funny. He keeps posting every time I post a photo of the chocolate in the newsroom.
Yeah.
Dave's obviously, as he said, in Jindy, enjoying the slopes. Every time I post a photo of a chocky in the newsroom, he hits us back with a photo of his a schooner and his helmet.
Motorbike helmet.
And it's at like 10 every morning.
Yeah.
Because that's about when I'm having my chocky as well.
Yeah, you said mix it up and he just goes, same.
Yeah, same. Very jealous. What did he say? Politician fights. See, I'm not big on the political scene.
Yeah, me either. The only thing I know is this Kraken bloke just
Krakenthorpe.
just did some damage to my mailbox. Just released the Kraken when he wanted me to vote for him.
Oh, did he? Yeah, the paperwork.
It was just getting peppered, and I do respect the slogan "Release the Kraken."
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Well, that's what was on the fucking pamphlets. That's funny as fuck.
That's oddly funny. I think he's a Labor MP too. I'm a Labor voter.
I would have no idea.
Yeah. Very funny. He just got in trouble because, again, I'm going to completely butcher this for a news show, but his wife's dad is a developer, and the Krakenthorpe family had like significant property holdings that they didn't declare, because if you're a poly, you've got to declare all your holdings and stuff. They didn't, and I think he might have just got the arse because he didn't declare.
So now they are releasing the Kraken.
Kraken's been released of his duties. Respect.
Thanks, Dave.
Respect, Dave.
Bluey, Gav again.
Gav.
Fellas, I called in on Friday to congratulate Bluey on his fucking back-to-front wipes about getting a bit of poo on his ball bag, and I thought, fucking hell, that's good value. Mate, I had a pretty heavy weekend on the fucking piss, and we had a bit of moto riding up at Bulladila over the weekend. Mate, day one, I think I indulged a little bit on the piss too much the night before, and started playing a bit of bum trumpet halfway through a ride, and... Next thing you know, I've got myself a fucking go-home stain, haven't I?
Go-home stain.
I was going to say, mate, I thought that was pretty fucking funny, having shit on your ball bag, until it fucking happened to me. Like, what the fuck are you thinking?
Yes, Gav.
I've never heard it called a go-home stain before.
But I will be using it now.
That's great. Have you ever shit yourself?
Yeah.
Like in public?
Not in public.
Oh, you haven't?
After a night out in bed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck. What, hungover?
Yeah, did
or
some
drunk?
I woke up and there was a little bit of a... I had a fucking get out of bed stain.
Go to your other home stain.
Go to your other home stain.
Yeah, I shit myself at the Prince of Wales 2014, but very deep on the back end of a couple of day session, and trusted a fart when I shouldn't have, and shit myself and ended up flushing my undies and just getting on with it.
You just flushed them?
We were having a good night and I cleaned myself up. I said, I'm not going home.
I ain't fucking leaving.
I ain't fucking leaving.
Gav's quickly, going up the ranks in callers. That's another good call from Gav. Thanks, mate.
Gav, 2 from 2, son. And congrats on shitting yourself too, mate. Well done.
Hey, Bluey and Gaby. So I've been doing a little bit of research into peanut butter and all of that kind of stuff. And it turns out that peanut butter was actually a very popular choice by the American soldiers during World War II and the Korean and the Vietnam War and all that. And they were the ones who created the classic American PB&J sandwich.
But they wish they didn't tell.
At the end of my research, all I've really concluded is that Gabe hates the troops. It's as simple as that. You can fuck off, Gabe. Peanut butter is the God's gift to our earth.
Bro.
That's the call.
Hey, they weren't defending my country.
I mean, you talk about putting food on a pedestal. This man has put peanut butter on a weird pedestal there.
I told you they do it, bro.
Yeah, but that's they're extremists. They're what we call extremists. Like, as I said, peanut butter is probably the food of the happy medium. Like, it's a very middle of the road, nice, average food. That guy's obviously, he's taken it to a new level. Not everyone feels that way about it.
But yeah, look, mate, I bet they wish they hadn't tell her. That's all I have to say to you, and I do respect this.
Would have avoided the war
Hey,
if.
boy. Is Sylvia here?
She's back.
Listening to the potty.
Turn the
and
Hoover
we were
off.
talking about weird food combos. My mum still does. She does peanut butter and onion, raw onion on like sandwiches.
What? Oh, this reminds me of something.
My weird combo that no one else has ever enjoyed when they've tried is Vegemite and sour cream on toast. It's fucking delicious.
I reckon it might be. So what was the first one? Peanut butter and onion.
And raw onion.
The only thing I can think of with that is it might have a hint of satay about it. So you have satay. It sounds fucking nuts.
I see the angle. I see the avenue you're taking.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate with that one.
Trying to help her out. That's what you're
I'm just trying to make you sound like not a complete psychopath.
Well, her mum.
Your mum. Sorry, yeah, your mum. The other one was a Vegemite and sour cream.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm playing devil's advocate. I'd have to try it, but the bitterness of the Vegemite could be nicely counterbalanced with obviously some nice sour cream. I have to try it. It could also be fucking complete shit too.
Which is more likely.
Which is, I mean, the probable outcome of that. But as they say, don't knock it till you've tried it.
After the peanut butter chat last week, amongst one of the avenues I posted the clip of, someone posted that peanut butter is good on pretty much any burger.
I have seen like, like Milky Lane and some of those burger joints, they go like the real crazy. I have seen like burgers, like beef burgers and stuff with peanut butter on it. I don't know.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't do that.
But I know it's like the sweet and the salt. I don't know. I haven't tried it.
Yeah.
You haven't tried it?
I haven't tried it, but what are you doing?
It's nuts. I mean, and burger, they just get silly.
I love that the old things like our burger's crazy.
Yeah, like
and
crazy.
It's also called the Notorious Big.
Yeah.
It's like
fuck burger joints.
G'day boys, Taylor Croftree here from the Sunday Service.
TC.
I was just listening to you guys talking about Nutella, and well, first of all, Gabe not liking peanut butter. I mean, fucking hell, cunt. I mean, we get it, bro. You're not like all the other girls, all right? You're fucking different and unique. You don't fucking eat regular people shit.
You just get me.
But
you get me, Taylor.
Nutella has crept back into my fucking household, man, and it is fucked, boys. Like, I'm eating Nutella every day, boys.
Oh, good.
It's fucking no good.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to ask you, boys, was, are you guys a snacks in the house couple of blokes, or is that just like a fucking no-go? Because historically, I'm not a snacks in the house person, because if there's snacks in the house, they're going inside my fat fucking head.
Fucking nice.
They're going in there and it's no good. I get fat, my girlfriend has to look at me, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Do you guys have snacks in the house or not? Anyways, love you boys.
Love you, mate.
Taylor Croftree, Sunday Service,
Service.
the boys, the fucking legends. Snacks in the house constantly, and I'm constantly eating them. It's no good. I've currently got Oreos in my pantry. What else? Yeah, fucking always. Like every shop. Because you know what? There's always something good on special. There's always
you're a sucker for a special,
bro. The Oreos the other day were like $1.25. So obviously I buy two of them. Like it's fucking nuts. Yeah, I'm always got treats in the house. Always.
If there's like I'm like a savoury snack man, like shapes,
chippies.
If they're in the house, I'm doing some damage.
Yeah.
Where like sweet snacks, I do love them, but like it's more of like a nighttime treat for me if I'm gonna have a couple like bickies or like cookies or something.
Yeah. But if they're there, you're just into them. I'm into them all the time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's fucked. Like, but every shop, like every single time I go shopping, go to the sweet aisle, and I'm like, yellow tag. There's something under $2. I'm just getting it. And I'm into it constantly.
I felt like you, before you got here today, my missus just was having a couple of like those cheese puffs, Cheeto things.
Yeah.
And she was done with them, and so I just grabbed them, and I was just like munging away watching the telly, and 4 separate times I told myself it was my last one. Like in my head I just went, that'll do. And my body was just doing it. I'm like, I've told myself I'm not grabbing another chip, and I just am.
There's so much delicious like sugar and salt. Your body just keep giving it to me.
Yeah.
It's just you're just on autopilot.
I was like, where the fuck is my willpower gone?
Oh, it's gone. I fucking don't even try anymore. It's like, just make peace with it, bro. You're just a piece of shit like me.
Boys, 2 quick statements and then a question.
I'm getting a fuck
First
you.
First of all, Gabe, fuck you. Carlton aren't notoriously shit. We're the most successful team in the AFL. We've just given the rest of the league the last 30 years to catch up. Secondly, work rorts. I work on the wharf in Melbourne. We used to have a rort where you would do your overtime within your shift and still finish early and still be getting paid 4 hours double time after that.
That's a
so
great
fucking
rort.
winning. Unfortunately, we don't do that anymore. We got caught out too many times.
I'm sure you did.
And third of all, a quick question. Boys, who would you prefer? Megan Fox or Margot Robbie in their prime? And I'm talking fucking Megan Fox in her Transformers era, and Margot Robbie in her or fucking whatever era.
Yeah, the work rot. The wharfies know their way around a rot. The blokes who work on the wharves. So I'm not surprised he got caught out there. What do you say, Megan Fox or Margot Robbie?
Prime time. It's prime time Megan for me.
Yeah, I mean, I would honestly, this is such a cop-out, but either.
You got to give an answer, Bluey.
There's no wrong answer there, though.
I mean, my answer is obviously my girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I would never, because I love my girlfriend so much.
And we're loving partners, Bluey and I.
And I don't even think about this fucking sick shit.
Honestly, I think it's kind of fucked up you sent this. But
No, I fucking,
Megan Fox, no problem.
this is fucked, but just for the sake of the podcast, I'll just say Margot Robbie. But I'm only doing it for the podcast. I never even thought about it.
No, I wouldn't even consider it. Blue, I remembered one thing before you go on to the next dial-in. Your job was to get a whiteboard, mate.
Oh, yeah, I've had fucking a lot of jobs to sort, mate. Don't worry. Yeah.
Down the track.
We'll get another one. Don't worry, mate. I'm sure people are going to say fuck you again. Yeah. Don't worry, Gabe. I'm sure people will still ring up and say fuck you.
Story this week that it's just boiled my fucking piss a little bit. Bluey, you'd understand this, working on the tools. Maybe not so much Gabo, sitting there with his palms as smooth as Kevin Rudd's gooch, but we're doing a job away, so I've got a house rented. I've had to deck it out. Obviously, with your dooners, your pillows, your fucking coffee mugs, your knives and forks, all that shit. So I go to the one-stop shop for all that cheap crap.
Kmart.
Fucking Kmart.
Bang.
7 o'clock at night, pushing a trolley around like a fucking idiot. I get all the stuff, get to the registers. Who's there to scan all my items? Fucking no one. So here I am, scanning all the items out of me fucking trolley just so I can load them back into the fucking trolley. The machine shits itself.
Oh.
Some little shit comes over with their card, pushes a few buttons. I'm giving the old, why aren't you fucking doing this, mate?
Oh.
Get nutter. Nothing.
Oh.
Anyway, pack all my shit up, already steaming. Get halfway out the store and this pimple-headed little fuck tells me he wants to see my receipt. Guess where the receipt is? Folded up in my wallet with every other fucking receipt I've got to carry around for work. So I fucking snap, throw all my shit in the trolley, pull my wallet out, grab the fucking receipt, and before I can even unfold it, he goes, "Oh, no, that's all right." I'm like, "Are you serious, mate?" I'll tell you what, I have never smacked a 12-year-old in the mouth, but that kid was fucking close. Anyway, Kmart, go fuck yourself. Kato out.
Kato.
Hey, if you're going to go over a minute on the dial-ins, have the enthusiasm of Kato.
Yeah, I normally, obviously we keep it to a minute, but I did hear Kato's, the plight of Kato, we'll call that.
Nice.
The plight of Kato. And I heard that and I thought, you know what? This bloke needs to be heard. And fucking heard he was. Yeah, I've never been a big Kmart, self-serve in general. I'm not a big Kmart guy, unless you need like cheap plates and like, it's perfect for that sort of stuff. But I suppose what Kato was talking about. But self-serve bothers me. I don't like it. I don't like what it represents. I don't like, it's sort of like the automation and the amount of people, jobs that lost their jobs because of self-serve. And then obviously Kato's filthy about it.
Poor Kato. They can't. It's 7 o'clock. Just if you're gonna go that late, you want someone scanning it, and he's got a whole trolley full.
Yeah, that's the worst thing. If you're going to buy like one something,
yeah, fine, play on.
2 things, but a trolley full, you need help. You need service,
and it's not even groceries. It's like items.
Yeah,
yeah.
You do your whole grocery shop at the self-serve, eh?
Yeah, but I'd get fucking food delivered and shit.
Click and collect. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm with Kato on that one. Fuck Maccas, fuck Kmart, fuck self-serve.
What I will say about Kato is, bro, I challenge anyone to find me a woman who is not obsessed with Kmart.
Yeah, they love it.
They all love it.
It's
insane, bro.
Love it.
The way men love sport, women love Kmart.
Yeah. Kmart, yeah, they do love it.
It's a date for them, bro. If you want to take your girl on a date, take them to fucking Kmart, do a little round with the trolleys, go through the toy section maybe, you'll spend most of your time in homeware. I can tell you that for fucking free.
I couldn't think of anything worse. That sounds terrible.
G'day, lads. It's Travis from Geelong here now.
Travis.
Just up in Melbourne for the weekend.
Fucking joy.
Went and had some brekkie. Once again.
Brekkie
no, big brekkie there.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Just got a eggs on toast, scrambled. Added some bacon. $7.80 for one rash of bacon.
You're
That's
kidding.
not a rort. I don't know what the
That's a
fuck
scam.
is.
That's not a rort. That's a scam.
That's a scam. That's a scam. And also, Travis had a bit of the black kid from Malcolm in the Middle about him there too. He was panting in between, probably out of breath because he's so mad about that fucking. That's fucked.
Yeah.
That is fucked. That's worse than the charging to cut the sandwich setup.
It's fucking close.
It's worse.
Yeah. One rash, to be fair. That is worse.
That's fucking dog shit. Melbourne, but
yeah, that
fucking the Australia's capital of wanker cafe culture.
100%.
Yeah, you fucking probably deserve it there. Sorry, Travis.
And I was a victim of this, but listeners to the show here at Daily Blue News, at Daily Blue Weekly, there's a distinct difference between a rort and a scam.
Yeah, so obviously Rort seems to be in the good of the people. A rort's a win for the little guy against the big guy. You're taking from the rich, giving
from
to
the man.
From the man, giving to the poor, at Al Robin Hood-esque. A scam is just no good scoundrel-like behaviour.
Yep.
We're not for the scam, but we are massively in for the rort. There is a clear distinction between the two. Keep that in mind. Next caller.
Next question.
G'day, Bluey. Just a bit of an anonymous one here. I've had a whole heap of acid and a few narcotics, but just need to know, is VB better than everything? Just like how Queensland's better than New South Wales.
Oh yeah, it is, mate.
Just need to check that out.
Picked a New South Wales sponsor.
Yeah, I mean, if you love Queensland so much, why aren't you drinking 4X, you fucking idiot?
Yeah.
Just stick to taking acid, you dumbass.
and to answer your question, VB's fine.
VB's fine.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be my first choice. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Fuck yourself.
Enjoy your acid.
Bluey, Gabe, pains me to do this, but I'm fucking back again. Mate, on the topic of wiping and fucking peanuts. Jesus Christ, Gabe. You need to fucking have some peanuts, stand up, turn around, fucking get a bit of hindsight in your life, take a look at them once you've had your fucking shit and realise that was a good idea. I don't know what the fuck you're thinking, Gabe. Mate, thin ice.
Sorry to let you down, Gav. Coming to us live from the fucking Swiss Alps. It's just windy as fuck.
It sounds like he's driving.
Yeah. Yeah, mate. I won't be consuming any peanuts. But I am sorry to let you down. You do have a place in my heart as a caller now.
There's some good intensity in the dial-ins this week. I love it.
Bluey and Gabe. Gabe can get fucked with his take on peanuts because peanuts are the fucking best. So yeah, all I was going to ask is, if you were to travel back 150 years in time, what's the one item you would bring with you? Thanks, boys. Love the pod. 8 o'clock right now. Pretty pissed. Have a good time, yeah? Also, AFL's a bit better than rugby, and soccer or football is better than AFL. Love you, boys. Have a good.
This is a gentleman that's called us before. He was pashing a couple of birds.
Yeah.
He's come to us live from the club a couple of times, which I respect. And he actually messaged me, so he sent that in. And then we had a few people on the dial-ins last week who were making loads of noise.
Yeah.
And we said, everyone, shut the fuck up when you're doing the dial. And he messaged me, he said, do you want me to re-record it not in the club? And I said, no. Calling in
club's fine.
Calling in from the club's great. Calling in from a sporting event's great. Calling in with a fucking buzzsaw or a Hoover in the background is fucking annoying. But if you're somewhere with a bit of atmosphere, that's funny. But if you're operating fucking power tools or whatever, just turn them off for a minute. But yeah, I like that this fella keeps calling us from the clubs. It's very good. What did he say? If you're going back in time, 150 years, what would you take?
Yeah. Now, my initial thought on this is like, oh, obviously my phone or something. But back then, it's not going to fucking matter.
There's no Wi-Fi.
Yeah, like your phone's rendered useless. No one else has one. You know what I mean? So I think that rules that out. This is a tough question.
Real tough question.
What's going to be useful? So how far, like what type of times are we looking at 150 years ago?
That is the old days. I don't know. 150 years. That's fucking. You're like you're pre fucking everything.
Is that like fucking like Django times? Is that when like racism's at its prime? And
there'd be a fair bit of that. There'd be a nice bit of that around.
Are we talking horse and carriage stuff?
Oh yeah.
Horse and carriage stuff, no roads. Is there like...
Could I take my car? No, but then you need fuel, don't you?
Yeah, Tesla, but then you need... There's electricity there. There's got to be electricity 150 years ago.
I don't know.
You know what, mate? Maybe I'll still just go phone for like the sake of music.
Take some goods. Yeah, but how are you going to stream it?
Oh, fucking hell. This is a real head scratcher, isn't it?
I would take with me... I mean, all the knowledge you have now could be handy. Like, you could... I mean...
Yeah, that's not an item. The question's I'll take my knowledge.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Sorry, I'm tired. That was a terrible answer. That was dog shit.
I think you get to take that with you regardless, mate.
Yeah. What would I take? Yeah, that's hard.
What would be something that you could like make money on, or would be like really impressive?
Yeah, I mean, 100. I always say like I'd invent the iPhone. It's like how? I don't know how to fucking invent the iPhone. Yeah, I don't know. That's a fucking good question.
Yeah. Dial-ins. Let us know what you'd take 150 years ago, because fucking these two idiots have basically got no. I'll take my Roadcaster so I can podcast.
If anyone else is taking their knowledge with them, let me know to make me feel better about that fucking stupid answer. Fuck, that was dumb. Fuck me.
Yeah. Let Bluey have it for that.
You're just trying to take the heat off you for your fucking peanut take.
I'm due to get the heat.
Rightio, Lockie here again.
Lockie.
Gabe, I'm with ya. The cheese, that was shit. But peanut butter is the lowest form of a spread you can possibly get. It fucking sucks.
It's shit.
But here's one for you. What's your weirdest food combinations? I don't mind putting Nutella on a slice of Devon, rolling the Devon up and eating it. Fucking delicious. Give it a go.
Lockie, for you to ring up,
yeah, he's kind of stained his point there.
You've just made yourself and him look like complete fucking retards.
He's done me so dirty there.
You're gonna ring up and say peanut butter sucks. By the way, I eat Nutella and Devon. Well, obviously you've got no idea, cunt, do you? What the fuck sort of take is that?
Lockie, brother, I appreciated you having my back, but you've just fucking... You've put me 6 feet under here, bruh.
Well, only by association.
Yeah, and to be fair, I didn't even say peanut butter was lowest here, but it is pretty shit.
Weird combos that you like. I mean, I got slated for choc and mint, but I think that's fucking...
Yeah, but choc mint exists, so that's my own.
Well, like, I mean, the what was the one before? Onion and fucking...
Peanut butter.
Onion and peanut butter nuts. I don't
think I go... I mean, you know how picky I am by now. I don't stray too far from the pack.
Yeah, I don't either. Like, there's nothing. Yeah, I don't like nothing like that. That's fucking Nutella and Devon. You fucking crook, cunt.
That is insane.
That's fucking absolute psychopath behaviour.
The closest thing I can think of, and I don't even do it anymore, is when I was young, I'd pretty much just get every sauce at the table and just concoct it into one sauce, and I would just claim it was grouse. And I think...
I'm sure it probably was.
Barbie, tomato, Worcestershire, salt and pepper, and I was making my own little concoction.
Have a nice bit of tang to it. No, a big thing in Ireland, they used to love, they call it pink sauce, and they'd mix mayo and ketchup. That was like pretty common, but that's not that nuts. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, and like the other one that I sort of thought was weird, but then until I tried it, I heard dipping your chips in your Maccas ice cream.
Yeah.
And it's actually all right because it's like salty and sweet.
It's like the milkshake thing.
People dip it in like chalky milkshakes and stuff. But again, it's not like awesome. It's just like it's okay. They're better by themselves, in my opinion.
Oh, bro, imagine witnessing someone spread their Nutella across their Devon and then roll it up like a little fucking... Yeah, that's crazy.
You're a sick fuck, Lockie. I love it.
Yeah, respect.
Bluey, Gabo, big fella here from Gippsland in Victoria.
Doing big fella.
Got to say, I'm on board with Gabe about the eggs. I'm a bit of hit and miss with the eggs.
My man.
But cheese, come on, Gabe, get some cheese up you, mate. I'm going to say that I'm team Nutella nuts.
Oh, my God.
But seriously, to get shit on your balls, you must be a fucking retard. You should never go full retard. Anyway, boys, fucking love the potty. Keep it up. Makes the work week livable.
Thanks, mate.
Carry on, boys.
Good on you, mate. That's why we do it.
That feels good.
That felt good. And especially the retard comment. That felt good too.
Oh, yeah. So you're not a stand-upper, are you?
To what?
Yeah, no. So I was talking to my mate about the podcast and he's like, I kind of do a bit of like front and back. He's a bit of a hybrid.
Respect.
And he's a stand-upper, but I never thought too much into the stand-up sitch. They're not going straight, bro.
No.
Like, they're just kind of...
It's a logistical nightmare.
Yeah, it's like they're getting a pat down. Like, if someone was to walk in on that, you are in strife.
I mean, everybody wipes funny to someone, but that's... And not to mention, like, half the fun of taking a shit's getting off your feet. Like, mate, for me, like,
point.
bro, like half the fucking fun of hanging a shit is kicking back for fucking 5, 10, half a whatever.
Take a load off.
Getting off your feet, getting the duds around your ankles, dropping the kids off, fucking around on your phone, send a few texts, look at fucking Dave Portnoy's pizza review, and just relax. There is nothing relaxing about a half squat wipe. That's fucking madness, bro.
That's got to be like your primitive brain has to take over. You're in a fucking very vulnerable situation.
Like, that's not genuinely the only time I've ever done it is I shit in the bushes. We were at a job where there was no shitter, and the bloke said, "Mate, we've got heaps of rolls of toilet. You just got to go shit in the bush." I was like, "Okay," and I was like, "Mate, vulnerable is exactly what it is."
100%.
You're just like squatting, and you're just like, "Oh God!"
Especially you're out in the open.
I was out in the bush, and I stood next to a big thing of fire ants.
Oh no!
They didn't get me, but I was like, "Oh God!"
Because you were one of them, obviously.
They thought I was one, but I had to shuffle away and wipe. But yeah, standing to wipe is
shuffling with the fucking
with your pants around your ankles.
Oh, I don't even remember what the question was there.
Who cares?
Bluey, Gabe, how you going? Bo here. Been a couple of weeks. Firstly, to all those back wipers, us front wipers, we know what we're doing, eh?
What are you doing?
I'm 31. I've been wiping my ass for about 10 years now. And, don't get shit on me nuts. So calm the fuck down. Second thing there, so I pulled this stunning bird ride. I'm going up to see her next week.
Bragger.
Anyway, I'm a bit worried. Bluey, I know your missus is way hotter than you. I run into her at the council in Now Pod. She said g'day to me. I got a mad stiffy. We couldn't be mates. I'd try and fuck her. Anyway, what's your advice for keeping a good-looking woman happy? Yeah, I need some help. Also, I got nothing for you, Gabe, so I'll just tell you, I'll say it right now. Put a wig, bit of lipstick on her, you're a good starter bottom. Righto, catch you fellas. Bye.
Crazy dial-in. Crazy. What?
Was that meant to be a compliment? I think it was.
I mean, yeah, but...
I mean, yeah. No, I'll take it. I am gonna take it as a compliment. What was the question?
How do you keep a good looking sort of happy, I suppose?
I mean, most of the time she's not. No, she is. I'm very fortunate. She's very easygoing. Thank Christ, because I'd imagine I'd be a lot of work. What else?
Oh my God.
All I got is the bloke wants to fuck my missus.
He wants to fuck your missus, and he thinks I'd be a pretty good
Bowie, stay away for a couple of weeks after that one, brother.
Yeah, holy shit.
No, that was all good.
Make a laugh, mate. That's how you pull the ladies.
Yeah.
It's got to be funny.
Something like that. Fuck, that was funny.
Bluey, you fucking mad rooter, mate! It's the white black kid from one of that show was in the wheelchair. Because, apparently I'm fucking breathe heavy or some shit. I don't fucking know. Basically, I've got a fucking joke for you cunts. My mate's got a dog, he's named the fucking Chlamydia. I said, Chlamydia! Why is it named that, mate? He goes, because the cunt don't heal!
Bluey.
There's a bit going on there.
So he's tried to overcompensate here. So I don't know if you caught what really went on at the top there, but I think you've called this caller out previously for being slow. He was the original.
This was the original black dude off Malcolm. What's his name? The black kid off Malcolm in the Middle that breathes funny. So he's overcompensated. So obviously his first original call, he spoke slowly and breathed a lot. He's gone too far the other way now and just yelled. Just yelled for the whole call.
Brother, I'm sorry. I appreciate you calling in, but I preferred the turtle voice.
Yeah.
Really.
Next time you call in, do your normal out of breath black kid in the wheelchair from Malcolm in the Middle voice, because that was too much.
Holy shit. That's good content, though. Thank you, I suppose.
I mean, yeah, we're all laughing at you.
G'day, Bluey. Gabe.
Hey.
Just having to do an hour and a half drive to a site which I also attended yesterday on Sunday because of a colossal fuck up with the wiring.
Been there,
so
brother.
I'm heading back there now.
Been there.
Pretty fucking cranky about having to go there, but I'm not nearly as cranky as hearing Gabe trying to say that peanut butter is shit food. What a fucking flaw.
I told you. I told you while it was in the moment, while you were saying it, I looked down the barrel of the camera and said, "You're going to do it again."
You did say that.
I just, like, peanut butter. It's so normal. It's such a normal food. Same as, like, eggs and cheese. And you're like, the people, and it's like, these guys are like piranhas too.
Yeah.
They get a whiff of this shit and they're like,
oh, mate, there was a couple of comments calling from my spot on the show.
yeah, I mean, that's a bit drastic. I mean, it's funny to ring up and say, fuck you, but let's not call for anyone's jobs. You can't really call it a job. You don't get paid, but your position.
I was in shock at the passion that peanut butter has behind it.
But again, they're extreme. They're terrorists.
Yeah, they're the terrorists.
They're terrorists. They're the ones that like they have a suicide vest just full of jars of Kraft, fucking crunchy.
I can only be me, man.
That's all we. Mate, it's authenticity. That's all we want,
And that's what you're going to get here.
That's all we're gonna get.
G'day, boys. Hope your week's going well.
It is.
Got a rort for you. So you're going to the cinemas. You're getting yourself a large popcorn. And before you fill it up, what I always like to do is I go to the little lolly dispenser, just get a few sour worms, maybe whatever you're tasting, you know. Fill it up a little bit, and then you go over to the popcorn, and then you just cover whatever's on the bottom, your little treats, with a bit of popcorn. And then after that, this rort's a bit more of a heavy one. Sometimes they got people that check your tickets at the cinemas, and other times they don't. So what do you reckon of literally just fucking sneaking in the cinemas if the opportunity's there? Like, those cunts fucking take enough from us, so... And also, how fucked are the fucking paper straws that go fucking soggy in about 2.5 seconds that they give us?
Yeah.
Like, that is fucked. You have to grab at least 7.
So I didn't mind. So that's one that I've never heard of. So the treats. So this is obviously at the cinema where there's the self-serve.
He can't be from around here.
Well, I don't know because so to my knowledge, popcorn. There was self-serve lollies when I was a kid, but the only lollies I've seen at the cinema is just the packets of stuff. But there was actually, now I think about it, back in the day, there was like a big self-serve, and it would do it by weight. So you get a bag, serve your own lollies, and then they weigh it. So there's obviously self-serve popcorn where this bloke is as well. But
I've never seen that.
Well, I haven't been to the movies for a while, but the popcorn thing is behind the counter.
Yeah.
And you get a large, they get it for you.
Yeah.
But you can only play to your surroundings. If this bloke's able to serve his own popcorn and put some lollies in the bottom, I say fucking play onto that.
I say roared on to
That's roared on every day of the week.
They're scamming on the price of popcorn anyway.
The second one was going in without a ticket at all. Ballsy play.
The reason I think this is so funny is because you'd have to go in for a scout.
You got to go in for a scout, and then you've got to. I mean, that's nerve-wracking stuff.
You got to know what's on at what time,
and I mean, you can look that up online. That's
true.
no biggie. But just walking in without a ticket, and then seeing the ticket guy and turning around and walking back out. I mean, if you got the nuts to pull it off, I reckon roared on, because the movies, theaters, and industry aren't missing out. They're getting you fucking $11 for a little pack of peanut M&Ms.
Yep.
You know, like you're not taking any money out the staff's pocket. You're only robbing from fucking Harvey Weinstein, the rapist, and that anyway. So I'm saying play onto this one. Me personally, I'm saying roared on.
I'll say I definitely like the first one, roared on there. But I feel like, because like we said, Rawton is taken from the man. So I feel like you have to do one or the other.
No, doing both in the same session is nuts.
Yeah, because you can't go in free fucking popcorn,
load up
free lollies,
no,
and
they're not free. They're not free. He's still paying for the popcorn, but he's getting himself some lollies in the bottom of the popcorn.
All right,
for
yeah,
free.
rolled on then. As long as you pay for something,
yeah.
Pay for one thing, raw on.
But that's nuts going in, stealing lollies, paying for popcorn, and then fucking just walking into a movie.
Being on edge the whole movie.
You got to be cut from a different cloth. I couldn't relax and enjoy the movie. So, I mean, if you got the fucking cojones to attempt that madness, play on.
Raw on, brother.
But there's consequences for that stuff too. You will be embarrassed when they catch you.
Yeah. Proceed with caution.
Hey, Bluey, this one's for old mate. You need therapy with your bloody peanut butter saga.
Fuck you. What? Fuck this bitch, man. Fucking old mate.
Hey, Bluey, this one's for old mate. You need therapy with your bloody peanut butter saga. I have a question. Do you eat satay, like chicken satay? Because if you do, then you just need to grow up. I'm sorry.
Someone probably trumpet in the background.
Maybe you can start your little therapy journey by eating some peanut butter with Bluey there. Would love to see it. But yeah, you need help or you need to grow up. Sorry, mate. Have a good week.
Who the fuck is practicing the fucking trumpet in the back?
I don't know if you could hear that on our audio and YouTube listeners. Someone is playing trumpet in the background of that. So, old mate, that's so funny. Yeah, I mean, also if anyone's doing band practice in the back of your dial-ins, maybe just go to a different room.
No, if it's that far away, play on. That was funny as fuck. If they're at a good distance. Do I like satay chicken or something?
Yeah, do you like satay chicken?
I'll eat it. It's fine.
So that's heavy. That's pretty peanut. I
wouldn't order it.
I actually learned you can make a really nice satay sauce pretty easily. I think with like sweet chili sauce and peanut butter. Yeah, congrats on the trumpet.
If it's all
oh mate, fuck, that's
fucking
funny.
bitch.
G'day, Bluey and Gabe. It's Cam from Mussy here.
Cam.
Look, just got a bit of a rort for you. Let me know if it's a rort on, rort off. I believe it's a rort off, but we'll get to that.
Ooh.
So a former teacher of mine boasted about playing NRL. He played 7 games, the cunt. 1 for the Cowboys and I think 6 for the Northern Eagles at the time. Played all his junior footy in Newcastle. But fast forward a couple of months, go out to McDonald Jones Stadium, Old Boys Day. Guess who's fucking walking around that stadium, prancing around like he's an old boy? The cunt did not even play a single NRL game for them.
Oh.
Rort on, rort off.
That's not right.
Now, we're obviously commenting on this from the position of blokes who never played in the NRL.
Yeah.
And I can tell you from a local league perspective, like Old Boys Days for everyone who played at that club. So like at Central, like we had Old Boys Day not long ago, Central, my old club, and there's guys there that didn't ever play first grade, just guys that played reserve grade or third grade. But I feel like, and this is only from an outsider, I feel like at NRL level it's different. Like
you would assume,
like I know guys now that played reserve grade at the Knights. They're not going to Old Boys Day. They will never go to Knights Old Boys Day. Like Knights Old Boys Day is for guys. We're coming at it from outside of the inner sanctum, but Old Boys Day for me at that level is for guys who played first grade.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? So the fact that these blokes turning up to Old Boys Day
and flexing it to the kids he's teaching,
and because the Old Boys Day, they put the piss on, they put the food on, like they look after him, they really look after him. So the fact that he's fronting up to this and I don't know, that's roared off for me.
Yeah,
that's roared off for me. But it's funny that he's doing it.
It is pretty funny that he's doing it, but by the sounds of it, the way that our friend has portrayed him, he's on his fucking high horse.
Yeah,
he's there flexing the kids that he's played in the NRL, and now he's rocking around Old Boys Day for a team he didn't even play for.
It's pretty funny.
Roared off for me.
Roared off. Go the Knights. That's funny.
Boys, it's Mac Daddy here. Just calling up to find out what your boys' wildest one-night stand yarns are. For me, it was December last year. Just come off the back of a 12-day sort of work period, working something ridiculous like 90 hours.
What'd you do, 8 hours a day?
In that period. Pretty much ended up getting on the piss with a couple of lads on the Wednesday night. and then again on Thursday night at one of the boys' places. Proceeded to hook up with his flatmate on the Thursday night. Woke up Friday morning at 4 a.m. going, fuck, I need to go because I've got work. It's got to start work at 6:30. Only to find that I couldn't Uber because internet banking was down and I had no money in my account. No. So that left me with a 5k fucking walk home.
So first of all, a couple of things from that one. First of all, I think this bloke's just rang up to brag about getting a root.
Yep.
Which that you're fully within your rights to do that. That's what the dial-ins are for.
I mean, we had the bloke who had the two kisses at the club. So
exactly.
Now we've gone into full-blown roots.
If you want to bring up here guys or girls to brag about your conquests, by all means, that's what this place is for.
Just make them good.
Second of all, he was bragging about a long stint at work. I think he said a 12-day stint where he worked nearly 90 hours. If my maths is right, that's fucking not even 8 hours a day for 12 days.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Well, it's not.
I'm no mathematician.
Oh, well, anyway, I don't think that's a lot. Like, yeah, 12 days in a row is a bit more than usual, but like it's not. Anyway, good on ya.
Yeah.
The 5-hour walk home is pretty funny.
That is fucking hilarious.
That's pretty fucking annoying. What do you want to know? Our one night stands. I've never fucking. Oh, there's nothing crazy. Like I've woken up and not known where I've been a few times. Like just like woken up, like it would be like me never being in your house before and waking up in a spare room being like,
what have I done?
What have I done? And then just but nothing fucking. Also, you got to keep in mind we've got girlfriends who listen to this podcast.
Yeah, so I never have, and I never will. I'm a happy man, and I was actually celibate before I met my girlfriend.
Yeah, I was never with anyone. Macca, you fuckwit.
Is my girlfriend just outside that door? No.
Just a shout out to the Tukley Hawks on their maiden minor premiership on the weekend.
Other Hawks.
Get that well and truly up yous. You little fucking beauty. Also a shout out to the Panthers going for a three-peat. You ripper.
They are, to
What's
be fair.
better than mountain men? Mountain women. Take it easy, Blue Snake.
Let's go. Let's go. Up the Tukley Hawks. They're maiden. So they've never, ever, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, in the newsroom, our anonymous dialer, but so Tukley, obviously Central Coast Rugby League, Tukley Hawks, they won the comp 2 or 3 years ago. They'd never won a comp before. First, and then they've just got their first ever minor premiership too.
Respect.
So shout out the Tukley Hawks, and also I think the Panthers will win it again this year. I hope they do.
You hope they do.
I'd love to see a three-peat. I love the way Penrith play footy. I fucking love Nathan Cleary. I love watching him play, and I think to witness 3 premierships in a row, you won't see it for very long. If they do it this year, you would. I didn't think you'd see 2 when the Chooks went back to back a couple of years ago. I was like, fuck, that's awesome.
Did Storm ever do it?
Back to back.
They had to have cut it.
They must have. They'd probably been stripped though.
That's right.
But I hope I want to see it because I want to see some greatness, and this team is fucking great. So I love watching them play. So and they're a good chance. I think they'll do it this year. And up the Tukley Hawks too.
I respect the gun noises so much. Letting a gun noise rip.
No, that's the Panther.
Oh, he was doing a Panther.
Yeah, that's the mountain men. They're from the foot of the mountains.
I thought he was letting some pew, pew, pew
No.
off, just to add some emphasis to his point.
No, mountain men. The Panthers are the mountain men.
I'm with ya. Oh fuck.
That's the Panther.
Everyone knows that's what a Panther sounds like.
And that's our final dial in for the week. Guys, I know without a doubt I missed a few this week in my inbox. I do apologise again. I'm fucking useless. I did get to all of them that I thought I could. Someone had a good idea. Well, I don't know if it's a good idea or not. It's probably a shit idea. Someone had an idea in the newsroom that we should keep in all the shit ones and then release a podcast, like a short podcast midweek, just of the terrible dialing.
Just of us go and cut that.
Just go and cut that. That sucks. Which I don't know. It could be funny. It might be fucking atrocious too. But thank you as always for sending in your dialings, guys.
And what I will say is, if you're new to the podcast and you want to send a dial in, all you need to do is go to Daily Blue News on Instagram, hit that DM button, and press that microphone and let it rip.
Yeah, just send me a voice clip on Facebook or Instagram. That's literally it. And sometimes I miss them too. So, and sometimes I've also learned if I don't get them in, like save them quick enough within say like 2 days of them being sent, they don't. They go.
They get lost in the
They get lost in the system. So I did have to. I got a couple of people to like re-record them this week. And thank you for doing that. If you're one of those people, guys, that's the end of the show. We've fucking done it again. 2 hours. 2 hours of top shelf entertainment for free. You're welcome, by the way. Gabe, anything to leave the people with this week?
Guys, thanks for showing love to the podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend if you're enjoying it. Me and Blue are loving making it for you.
Also, if anyone has any good locksmiths, I locked my keys in my truck and I've got to go and figure that out now. We'll see you next week. Take care of yourselves.
See yous.